Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Soraya Night Forest and this will be my first training video. So I kind of wanted to introduce myself through a training video because I felt like that was a little bit more like low-key and not as like important as like an update video or like an introduction to the horses like type video. This is more of like an intro to me and just a way to get me to train my horses, which I have a whole bunch of horses and all of them except for one need trained. So yeah, so let's just go over my home stable, I guess, first, because there's a lot of things that I do in my home stable that a lot of other people do not do, I've realized. Like my club members don't always do the same things that I do, and they don't always have their horses in the same way that I have my horses in. So, as I'm walking through my home stable, you guys can probably tell that all of my horses have tack on. This is kind of something that I started to do when I first played Star Stable when it first came out. And a lot of you are going to be like, well, you don't have that many horses. You can't be playing that long. But I did play when when Star Stable very first started. I played for like 3 years and then I stopped playing. And then I was like, oh, I'll start playing again, see how it is and see if it's like gotten updated because I was more disappointed in the graphics of Star Stable than anything else because I felt like they could do more and they have done more now, so I started playing again. So, like I said, as you walk through, you can see that my horses have tack on. And each of my horses, even the ones that are in my pasture, have their own tack, and each of my horses' tack sets go with one of my outfits. So let me see if it will let me click on this. Oh, minor technical difficulty. It's fine. Does anybody else have this problem? Like, does your like star not come up or like glitch when you're on your horse? Like it just doesn't want to work. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, I have a lot of outfits. I have some in my inventory too, along with some other things that I've made or need to take care of for quests. Okay, so also a little thing about how my home stable is set up. My home stable is set up a lot differently than how I've had it in the past. So right now my home stable is set up. It usually is set up by breed and by my most favorite horses being out, which usually I have my quarter horses out because I love those horses, and usually I have my Andes and my Lusitanos and my English thoroughbreds out. Um, but right now I kind of have it set up for training. So it's still kind of like with the breeds. I'm trying to keep it like within the breeds. But a lot of my same breeds aren't trained. So what I usually do is I train them from level 1 to level 5. Then I train them from level 5 to level 10, and then I train them from level 10 to level 15. But I've had like an influx of new horses come in. Um, as you can see, I have a lot of lower level horses, and none of them are level 5 or higher. So I've kind of just decided that I'm going to start training the horses that I have at lower levels all the way up to level 10, and then I'm going to start training my level 10s up to level 15s. The reason why Angel isn't in a stall is because I don't really have room for her, and she is one of my least favorite horses, although I do love all of the horses that I have in this game. So, last thing about my home stable, or more so about my horses that I have in my stable, a lot of people like to name their horses like actual bar nicknames. So, like, they'll name something related to the name that they pick. Like, if they want to name a horse like Cupid, they'll call it like bow and arrow or something like that, which I don't even know if is an option, but something related to that, and then they'll remember that their name is Cupid. Whereas I don't do that just because I feel like I would forget my horses' names. Um, so what I do is I name my horse after one of the names that I give it. So like the horse I'm on right now is Dreamcaster, and their name is Dream. Storm Chaser right here is called Storm. And it doesn't have to always be like their first name that I give them, like the very first name that arrives in their like Star Stable name. Like Brave Hero right here is really named Hero. So just depends on how I feel and what sounds good with the whole name. So yeah. So today I'm going to be training Dreamcaster, or as you guys heard me say earlier, Dream. Right now I just got Dreamcaster, so I've been kind of going crazy on getting new horses because of how many horses have been coming out for Star Stable. And so Dreamcaster is my newest horse. I just got I'm gonna call it a her for now. I usually call my boys him. I only have like 5 girl horses because I like boys better. But right now it's gonna be a girl, especially since she's wearing pink. And we'll see if that sticks. But anyway, I want to train her because she's my very first horse. And whoa, that is a weird spawning point. Gotta love Star Stable. Okay. And so I have been wanting to train this horse because I just got it, and I've been wanting to ride it because I love to ride my new horses. So we're going to start at Steve's and kind of make our way over to the manor and to the riding arena and just see where we go from there. I usually have I try to get like one section of the map done and then go to the next and kind of make my way. That's kind of how I do my training. But as we're going through here, let's talk more about who I am behind the screen. I'm not going to really give you guys my real name because I don't feel like that's something that needs to be disclosed if I'm just going to be doing Star Stable videos. Going by my... Oop, I'm glitching a little bit of a lag there. Ignore it. um, Going by my Star Stable tag name, Soraya Night Forest. So I'd rather go by that name than my real name because I like my privacy. But I will give you guys a little bit of information about me. I am a bit of an older player. I am in college at the moment. I'm in my third and final year of undergrad. I am a pre-law student and I'm planning on going to graduate school this next coming year after this year. Planning on hopefully getting in. So that's a little bit about me. I have been going to school and Steve's not there. The game's been so glitchy lately, it's kind of annoying, but I think it's just with all the add-ons that they're doing right now, the game is just lagging in some places. So hopefully the video turns out good, and I apologize if it does not. Um, Back to what I was saying, sorry. I am scatterbrained, guys, especially with this first video. I don't really know where I'm going with a lot of this, so just bear with me. It'll get better, I promise. But so in my real life, as I was saying, I go to college, so I am a bit of an older player. But I don't see a problem with that because there's not a lot of games that are offered that are like up to Star Stable standards, horse wise. I have been riding since I was 7, so I do ride in real life. I have had horses in the past. In the college I go to currently, I actually ride at that college and have gone through like a minor, was getting a minor in equine. And so I have had my own horse before. His name was Cadence. I leased him and then I owned him. And then when I went to college, I couldn't really give him the time and energy that he deserved. So I decided to sell him back to the barn that I leased him to as a lesson horse because I used to teach children how to ride horses and he's always been really good with kids. And now he's leased by another little girl and he is so happy. He's just a great starter horse kind of like the greatest horse to like start riding on and just to like grow up on because he can teach you so much. But he's also not like a beginner horse either. He like can be like it depends on who's riding him. Like I always say if you put me on him, he's going to act a little bit more up because he knows that I'm a higher level rider just because he can feel it by the way that I ride. Whereas if I put like a 2-year-old on him and just to like walk around the arena and he's so gentle and so sweet. So he's just a really good all around horse. And I love him and I'm super happy that he has a new person and is still making those little girls and boys' dreams come true. Because Lord knows he made my dreams come true. So that's a little bit about my horse background and a little bit about my college background. I'm probably going to train this horse up to probably level 3 or 4. today and then end the video. This will be more of like a, depending on how long I talk, more of a shorter video just because I want this to be more of an introduction and just a training video just to get some training out of the way for the horses that I have. I hate this rabbit race, so we're not going to do it. We're not going to do the rabbit race. We're going to go over here to the Baroness's racetrack race. But yeah, as I said, I'm more of an OG player, so when I got on here again after not being on here for a while and saw all the updated horses and all the updates that they've made, but all the things that they've left the same, I'm kind of like, wow, like, can't believe they haven't changed that, or oh my gosh, I can't believe that they changed that. I love the new model horses that they're coming out with. Speaking of which, I don't know if all of you know, but probably a little bit late on the reminder, but the Mawari that's coming out, I am so excited about. Like, you guys have no idea. I saw the picture on um, SSO's Instagram and was like, oh my goodness, yes, please. I am in love with the facial markings. I am in love with just the whole batch of them, which is really weird because I usually like have like one or two favorites of horses and then like I'll end up maybe getting the other ones because I like them and I like would like to have them, but I don't need them as much as I really want the ones that are my favorites. Kind of like what I was talking about with the English thoroughbreds. I didn't get all of them at once that I wanted, but I got my favorites first. So I actually don't know which Mararis I'm going to end up getting. I'm pretty positive that I'm not going to get a black or a white one, like just the plain black or white, even though I do love those horses. They'll probably not be one of the first ones that I get at least because I have a lot of black and white horses on the game. Obviously, I'm riding a white horse right now. And I don't see the point in getting another black and white horse because I want more of a different like looking horse. That's why I love all the different facial markings. I like more unique looks in horses, but I feel like everybody does, so you see those horses a lot around Star Stable. And I haven't really seen anybody besides at Steve's. Kind of surprised. Hmm. Oh, there's a person over there. I lied. um, But also, as I was talking about the Mawaris, I've also seen like the little picture, like the first like tidbit like picture that they did of the tack. I really hope that they come out with like some very like Mawari type, like saddle type breed tack, like Egyptian, like not like Arabian Egyptian, but like Mawari type tack. I do know a lot about the different coat colors and a lot about the different horses because I have actually going to school and going through the classes, you have to learn stuff like that when you're minoring or majoring in the equine industry. And so I've learned a lot and I know a lot about horses. Not as much as everybody, because I really, in real life, I only ride Western. I have been in an English saddle. I have ridden a little bit of dressage and a little bit of English, but it's not my cup of tea. Which is funny because almost all the horses in SSO that I ride are all English, have English saddles, and all of my quarter horses have Western saddles, though. Not because I don't think that they can have any other saddle, because quarter horses are so versatile, and that's what my horse Cadence was. Um, but because that's just my favorite style, and if I'm gonna have a quarter horse, that's what it's gonna be. And yes, I do go around in that Western tech, and I do jump with it, and I do cross country races with them on SSO, so come after me. But I just don't feel the need to like switch my horse's tack because each of them has their own tack and their own outfits, and I just don't want the hassle of switching everything around. And right now, I don't have too many horses that I can't get at their own separate tack, so that's just how it's gonna be for now. But so yeah, in real life, I ride Western. I love Western. I'm more of a reiner, more of a Western pleasure rider. I have done barrel racing and eventing type, like speed events before, and I have done a few jumping events, but I don't do those anymore. I just don't. After training children to do it and after going to the school and riding horses for other people, I just don't feel the need to ride other people's horses and kill myself for those horses, um, rather than kill myself for my own, if that makes sense. Like if I'm going to do a speed event, it's going to be on my horse that I'm comfortable on and not on a horse that I'm not comfortable on and not on a horse that I've never ridden or I'm just training for somebody else, which I have done in the past. But yeah, so I do ride Western. I love Western. And at my school, I actually had a roommate that rode saddle seat, so I do know a little bit of that about that stuff too. You just kind of learn when you have friends that also ride at, especially at school and stuff. You kind of like learn everybody else's styles and their like lingo because each one has like a different like lingo and a different way of talking. But yeah, I'm super excited to be going back to school. I go back soon. So I am planning on maybe posting like once or twice a week, depending on what's going on Star Stable and depending on my life. Right now, I have time because I just stopped working at my job because I'm going back to school and I'm packing and I'm getting ready to go back. So I have been working, but now my summer job is over. And so I will be going back to school and working my dorm advisor job for my sorority. Yes, I'm in a sorority. I sound like such a college girl. I'm in a sorority, but um yeah, I am in a sorority and I am a dorm advisor for my sorority. And no, we don't do anything crazy. It's a really small school and all of our houses are pretty good off. And at a small school, you just don't have as much partying. I mean, of course, there's some, but it's not like crazy raves and people like trying to kill themselves by drinking, like over drinking and stuff. But yeah, so. I'm getting ready to go back, and when I start going back, I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. And if you hear the meowing in the background, that is my cat, and she's a brat. um, hey, open the door for Forrest. Sorry, I'm talking to my boyfriend because my cat's meowing, and I feel bad that she's out of the room. Come here, kitty. Forrest. She not want to come in? I think she's just complaining. Okay, she can stay out there. I was trying to be nice, guys. Um, but as I was talking about going back to school, I don't really know how crazy my schedule is going to be. I have a pretty lighter load than I have in the past, and my classes are pretty like spread out, especially since it's my last year in undergrad. So we're just gonna see how that goes, and I'll probably like post once a week until I figure out my schedule and figure out what I'm comfortable with. And I'm gonna try to keep up with the posting, but you know, life happens, and getting my degree and starting my career is more important than posting on YouTube, sadly, right now anyway, especially just starting out. But yeah, so I hope I'll be able to post as much as possible. I'm definitely going to be making some other like update videos, like when updates come out, like big updates, especially when new horses come out. I'll probably make some like buying videos or shopping spree videos. And yeah, I'm probably also going to make like an intro to the horses in my barn because I have so many and I love all the horses that are in my home stable on here, so it would probably be cool for me to post a little bit about them. Um, ooh, I just thought about doing the garden race, and then I was like, that's only 150 XP for my horse. So if I'm gonna go do races, I'm gonna go do them where there's a whole bunch at first before I just knock out those. So we're gonna go do some jumping. Uh, I love this new like thing that they have where you can like not see people, especially now that I'm making videos. It's like bye bye. Put them on like kind of like an ignore list and I don't have to like go through and ignore every single person and then go through my ignore list at the end of the day and put them back on like being seen. So that's really handy. I thank you Star Stable for doing that. It helps a lot, especially when my club and me are doing dressy or dressage and stuff. Which, yes, if for those of you who are curious, I am in a club on here. When I first joined back on Star Stable, I was in Jorvik Arrows. And I loved that club, and I loved the people in that club, and I still love the owner and everything. But, ooh, I'm gonna run into that. Oh, I fixed it. It's fine. Um, but then like the people weren't as active, and if I'm gonna be in a club, I want it to be like an active club, you know? So then some other people from the club decided to leave and start like other clubs. So then I was a member of Claytown. And then that one stopped being active after like a week. And now I'm part of Angry Jokers, which is also owned by a former Jorvik Arrows member. So I am part of a club on here, and I do really like all the people in my club. We have like a mix of age ranges, I guess you could say, which is really nice, especially since I am obviously older than some people that play this game, and I am really happy that we have so many different like people in our club, and our club is so versatile. That really is really cool. And I really like the people in my club, and we have a Discord and everything, so it's real fun to be able to talk to some people from different places because I think some people are from like Canada and stuff on there, and that's really cool. I'm like, wow. I am from the US, by the way. So it's like really cool to like have people from other places um, like on this game and like be able to like communicate with them. That's really fun. And I'm hoping that when I go back to school, I can get my roommate, which is like a newer roommate. It's not the same roommate I was talking about, but it's a new roommate. My new roommate, which I'm super excited to be rooming with, to play this game also, which she's been talking about wanting to play it. She just hasn't had the time recently. So I'm going to get her to play this game, and she's going to play it, and she's going to enjoy it. Or so help me. Just kidding. I hope that she'll enjoy it, but I think that she will. We're pretty close, and she usually likes the same type of video games that I like. Which yes, I do play other video games on my boyfriend's Xbox and stuff. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I really like simulation games, I guess you could say. Like on my computer, I also play Sims 4. Oh my gosh. Ignore my mess up and my stupid mistakes. Okay. Um, and I love Sims 4. I'm super disappointed that they didn't come out with horses and their pets, but I guess you can only ask for so much from some different creators, I guess. But it's fine. But yeah, I do play some other games. I do play like Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. And I do also play. I have played Fortnite. I'm not like a huge Fortnite player just because it gives me anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's after me. Yeah, I do play a couple of different games. But anyway, guys, I think this is going to be the end of our video for today. I'm really excited about posting it, and I hope that it turned out good, and I hope that you guys keep watching, and thank you so much for starting this journey with me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.